of agents and what we're working on. So maybe we'll go to the next slide and get in a little bit more detail. So what an agent is an autonomous software program that can perform tasks, leveraging data in real time, doing planning to think about how to accomplish a task for a user, reasoning and using tools like writing code or calling APIs. Large language models have really transformed the game because you now have the ability to talk to agents in natural language. Agents can talk to each other in natural language, and that gives you the ability to form these powerful collectives. If we go to the next slide, what we'll see is that, next slide, that you have this option of putting together multiple agents that support each other so that experts can build something they know well about, and you can constantly be improving and upgrading the way agents work as teams to accomplish great goals, right? So for example, somebody maybe wants to use agents to analyze trading on-chain, right? They want to say, are there any unusual fluctuations in token prices? That can then go in and there can have a collective that knows about how to analyze the news, how to analyze data, how to analyze socials. Within data, that's actually another collective that knows how to break down questions with a planner to say, what data is available? How do I query index blockchain data? How do I generate Python code to do deep analysis? And how do I visualize and answer the question as well, interpreting it, right? So the style of breaking down problems into teams of agents is really powerful, right? So that's at the foundation of what we think is going to be the future of agentic AI. And so we think it's important because number one, specialization is going to win. We think that everyone is an expert in a domain, and your expertise will be super important to create agents that are really good at what you know and what you want to achieve. And so by collaborating, we can extend our, just like human teams work well by having specialists collaborating, so will AI teams, right? So as an extension of us, agents will let us do more using our knowledge and capabilities. Being dynamic is very powerful rather than trying to have one-size-fits-all agent that does everything. Making it so agents can work together in a unique way is really powerful. And it's resilient, right? You have a lot of options, you can try different things. So working together, we think that's going to be a lot of upside. So collectives of agents, we think, is the future, not monoculture of single agent that is developed by your friendly monopolist down the street. So if we go to the next slide, we think it's really important to build on Web3 standards because, number one, using smart contracts, you can enforce standards and govern the way agents work together. You can ensure you have secure payments and task execution. You really have an open innovation ecosystem. Token incentives for all aspects of the flywheel is important so that there's incentives for people to create great agents. There's incentive for people to try them. You really get a benefit by testing out new agents and giving quality feedback. And that drives a much faster flywheel of innovation than a traditional Web 2 approach. And moreover, right, having the community really define the way the rules get written and how to evaluate agents and how to have them come together is incredibly important, as is the accountability, so you can see where agents are working well and how things are functioning, right? All of these aspects, blockchain is far superior to opaque centralized systems for really governing. And I might roll this up and say that as an open protocol that's built in open source, you really want to have the transparency and community governance that blockchain uniquely provides. So if we go to the next slide, we see use cases in a number of areas. One is in DeFi and trading, right? Investing, analysis, lots of interesting predictive analysis use cases, whether it be analyzing on-chain transactions for bad behavior, whether it be participating in predictive markets, developer tools, things like auditing smart contracts and simplifying integration. For examples, we're seeing in developing, we've been working with Space and Time, powering agents for their platform for over a year, and these help people both with predictive analytics, doing on-chain data analytics without having to be a SQL expert, and developer tools to integrating into their APIs. In marketing, it's another area, right? We see a ton of interest, like how do you drive interest in your project, create content. GameFi is another one, whether it be games where agents are playing one another, whether it be asset creation, whether it be really driving socials and economy through agents, and then in community, right? So like we're partnering with folks like Bondex, which is a fast-growing Web3 social network, like LinkedIn for Web3, where AI agents help people seeking jobs at all aspects of the life cycle, finding relevant jobs, connecting their skills to opportunities, getting advice, even writing cover letters, as well as community with things like our collaborations with Filecoin, where they have agents that are making it easy to access information about high-value data sets, public interest data sets. So specialized agents of all these different kinds come together. These are just some of the first use cases we see. Obviously, we think that the creativity of the community will rapidly accelerate, and we'll see a lot more use cases in the coming weeks. We'll focus in a demo here at the end on some DeFi use cases, but let's before we do that, talk a little bit more about the Theoriq protocol. So next slide. One of the key things is in determining reputation, you really need to understand two different things. Have proofs based on the on-chain data of how agents are working together. One is proof of collaboration, which is if I have a collective, a set of agents working together, are they effective? Can you have several agents working together and really rely on the result? Sometimes you might have a sports team of individual players who are great, but they don't work well together. The same thing can happen with agents, right? So verifying, assessing the way agents are actually performing on well-known tasks together is an important part of knowing how to recommend, how to do discovery of groups of agents working together. And then proof of contribution is just breaking down and assessing based on tamper-proof on-chain evidence to say, how well did individual agents actually perform in a given task with automated assessment, right? So we believe that automated assessment through AI evaluators evaluating agents is important, as well as human feedback. And put these together, and you really have an ecosystem that allows for fast discovery. We think in the AI space, things are moving so fast that the best agent today probably isn't the best agent next month. And so it's incredibly important that you're able to keep up and dynamically put together collectives that are the best in task on a continuous basis. So if we go to the next slide, our first testnet is about to go live, so stay tuned. We're expecting that that should be tomorrow, but you're getting a sneak peek at the links to both where you can see live agents, and try them out. But please don't keep this under embargo just among us here, and likewise the SDK. So those things are going live officially tomorrow, and we also have an incentivized dashboard for people to participate and earn with quests. So we're excited to build the community further. And with that in mind, maybe let's go to the next slide. And I believe we've got one more slide with a roadmap quickly. There's one more slide, right, Stephen? Yeah, so from a roadmap standpoint, we're just kicking off testnets. We're future testnets. We're excited to have a no-code builder so that anyone, even if they're not a developer, can teach agents how to do cool things working together based on what they know, and then agent payments and audit on-chain, where we'll allow both free credits and micropayments, moving into mainnet later this year. And then we have an aggressive roadmap of ongoing improvements, community governance, staking, community feedback, more sophisticated discovery, and lots more coming. But just as important as what we have planned is what the community feedback is. So we're super stoked to be heading into testnet and would love your adoption and feedback. And with that, why don't we switch then to the demo? And we'll see a quick example of agents live in action running on the Theoriq protocol. So this is our Infinity Studio UI that we're going to be pulling up after this fascinating graphic. What we've got here is we could log in. So, to minimize Sybils, we ask for people to use some kind of social login so that we have it connected to an identity as well as a wallet. Then we have a number of collectives here. We're going to focus on the investment collective, which is a series of different agents working together that understand on-chain data, Telegram, Twitter, and Discord, so they can tap in and do planning and analysis around what's going on with various different investments, whether it be meme coins, or whether it be a meme coin, or whether it be more of a blue chip. So here we're going to ask, how do we evaluate promising investments? And the agent has come back with a fairly comprehensive answer of a number of different things that are important to look at. Looking at some of the metrics around some of the recent meme coins, like I can't read the font here, but you can see some. It's analyzing some trending meme coins and the different performance of those coins with a fairly comprehensive breakdown of different criteria, which we think is very helpful for people as they're trying to understand in real time what's going on, whether it be for meme coins or other tokens. We can ask, what are trending meme coins in particular? And here we'll say, as of this morning, PayPay, Roll, and Zerber were trending coins, and some specific data that came together to give insight, right? So, not only can you have the power of asking information with generative AI model, but you have real-time information at your fingertips to give insight. So here we've got a good summary, visually appealing in our UI. We can ask for deeper analysis on one of the coins. Maybe we want to look deeper in Nero and say, what's going on with that? And that then routes over and it gives more information about it. It gives a link out so we can see a chart on CoinMarketCap, as well as, which we'll go take a quick look at here. You can see kind of trending what's been going on with this coin. And then if we go back over, we have a nice summary of its performance and in the last hour and 30 days, as well as market cap and other statistics, right? So we have a lot of ability to tap into rich data, both from socials and on-chain, and even present things in a convenient tabular format. And then I think there's one more, if I'm remembering right, Shingai? So we'll do one more. Oh, that's it. I guess we cut it out. So that's a quick demo, right? So what we saw there in the demo was the ability to tap in and see community sentiment, see all kinds of statistics, ask questions. We didn't have to be a SQL analyst. We didn't have to hunt through dozens of pages. We didn't have to spoon feed a generic chatbot that information. We could dive in and see social trends. We could see the conversation and summarize it and get details. So tons and tons of power at your fingertips with these specialized agents coming together in the trading use case. But it's not just exciting the agents we're launching with. We'd love your feedback. We'd love you to try them. But we are excited for the agents that you build and contribute to the marketplace. And I think we've got just a couple minutes if there's any questions here at the end.